by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Trojans will get us underway with the opening kickoff. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Beavers offense will get the first crack at it here. And here's the man they rally around, and he has earned that type of respect, David.
You dang right. You earn it by doing it, and he's done it at such a high level. Everyone believes in this young man, and Palmer, there's a reason why.
You're right, David. He's been in the big moments, and he's won the big games. This guy delivers when the game is on the line.
Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24. It can get pretty wild in the Big 12. Some of these outposts are like snake pits when you have to go on the road. You got to get off to a quick start in conference play.
It is always wacky, Reese. Like, there's always something that happens in the Big 12, and somebody comes out of nowhere in the Big 12 every single year. So, starting in conference play, Palmer, these games start to really matter, really add up, and the pressure amplifies.
It's so true, too. When you think about the Big 12 conference, it just seems like teams get caught sleepwalking. So you've got to start fast. And the challenge, I think, for these coaching staffs, these two teams, every week they've got to have their team ready to go, and it starts today.
The Beavers will line it up on 1st and 10. Power football with the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Listen, I know there are a lot of DBs out there that all they want to do is get interceptions and dance in the end zone. This dude likes to put his face in the fan, get close to the line of scrimmage, and tackle. And on the opening drive that he's out there, he gets a huge tackle for loss early. That is a statement play.
He's looking for a man on 2nd down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
Gonna take a shot. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Beavers decide to punt it away. Looks as if they might have a little something going on that drive, but they'll have to kick it. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. So USC's offense will go to work for the first time today. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
Personal foul. Roughing the pass. Defense.
Just an ill-advised play by the defender to make contact with the quarterback after the throw, and it cost his team. The defense in a most benevolent move, giving the offense a new set of downs. The give to the back. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down. And the Trojans are in the hurry-up. Looking for space. It's Cook. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the 1st down. From the 33, it's 1st and 10. For all of the star quality that USC has been built on, good offensive line, strong running game has always been a hallmark.
No doubt about it. I think they're built on, the passing game and explosive playmakers out wide, but they've always had that balance at USC. You got to have a little bit of the boring to go with the glitz and the glamour.
To the air, it's Hawkins. Got the quick pass. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. 3rd and short from the 26. Pretty easy field goal range, but they'd love to pick up the 1st. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And the defense had his hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the 1st down. This is a makeable field goal distance, but this offense is thinking touchdowns. They'll go for it on 4th. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Wells. will not get there. A fourth down stop. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. Line gets set, first down. Here's the handoff. Gives him the big stiff arm. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you've got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field, and it's a play like that that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
Quarterback empties his backfield. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. He'll come out throwing on first down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Let's see if they go back to the air on second down. Leaves it with the back. Pick up a 5. They'll need 5 more on third down.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Lining up to convert third down. The give to the tailback. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
And they just kind of sneaked that one in there as a defensive guy, 3rd and 5+. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run in.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you can throw it to him on third down or hand it off. And he's got the vision and the athleticism to go pick up that first, keep the drive going.
And it's not a surprise who they gave the football to. When you get down in this area, they're going to call his name. The physical back, they're going to give him the football. They're going to use their identity of physicality and run game down here in the red zone.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Beavers! Having a playmaker like that can get the offense out of just about any situation.
And no doubt, he can roll right, he can roll left, he can do whatever he wants, buy time and throw the football, but you have to defend everything. You have to defend pass, you have to defend run, and you have to defend plays that aren't even called. So good luck stopping this game.
On to attempt the try.
They don't call it enough emo.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Fielded in the end zone. It's Hartman. Just keeps moving. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Wide receiver coming across in motion. On the move, it's Cook. Runs through the tackle. And he tried to string out that run, but there was nowhere to turn it upfield, and he's forced out of bounds for a loss. On second down, looking to throw. Grabbed in the middle, it's Sims. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. Makes the catch. It's Wells. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
The Trojans come to the line in the hurry-up. Off the play fake. Caught behind the line. It's Cook. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. And the Trojans are moving quickly down the field. He'll just keep slinging it. Fires to the wideout. catch in the middle. It's Wells. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
Well, he hauls that pass in. Big play for the offense. The Trojans have had such a history at this receiver position, right? You go back to Mike Williams, Keyshawn Johnson, Juju, and then Jordan Addison. There's always a playmaker on the perimeter of the field for the quarterback to take advantage of, and they've got to keep feeding this guy the football. He is dangerous.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game. Offense.
There's a difference between being methodical and thorough and slow. They were slow, and they got the flag. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air, it's Hawkins. Finds the tight end. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. Trying play action. Gets it out fast. At the 20, he's got space. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. The corners are walked up tight. The RPO, it's complete. And he'll be run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Not a very productive play there. On second down, just keeps firing. He's got his man. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And a big key on that throw to the slot receiver, guys, is putting the ball out in front. The location of the throw is what helped that guy get extra yards after the catch.
And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Oregon State has the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the second. Starting off this quarter, close enough to smell the goal line. Trying to punch it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Trojans. And these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
And he tacked on the extra point. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't get on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Not a lot of room. It found its way ahead for 2 out to the 26.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
He's looking to throw. Setting up the screen. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding third and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a 4th down.
And that decision will be questioned for a while. Short fields make successful offenses, just what they want here. Takes the handoff. It's Cook. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. The Trojans will hustle to the line. Keep it on the ground. Dropped after a pickup of 4 down to the 16. They really need to convert this 3rd and 1 to capitalize on that great field position. Wide receiver shows motion. Quick release on the RPO. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs. And the Trojans getting set on 1st and 10. Now on the counter. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Motion from the offense. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. They'll give him 4 yards on the carry. It's down at the 8-yard line. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Wants to throw. It's Hawkins. Looking to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, USC.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone.
Throw.
We're taking shots. We need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring. Pulls it in on the right. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. He knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. After misfiring, it's 2nd down. Wide out in motion. He's going to pass on 2nd down. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that one.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that 6th sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the 1st down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
They make the stop after a pickup of 3 just inside the red zone at the 19. The Beavers have taken it inside the 20. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Tough slanting in there. Picks up a couple, but still needs 2 more on 4th down. They'll lead the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call.
Holding. Offense.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Despite failing earlier on 4th down, they will try again here. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Gets open down the middle. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
That is a huge play early in this game. We came into this thing wondering just how aggressive this offense wanted to be, and there you go. First half, 4th and long. We're not bringing the punter out on the field. We've got a guy that we think can read the defense and deliver a strike, and we've got playmakers stretching the field vertically. They show you how dangerous they can be on that last 4th down there.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. They've gotten pushed back, but it's still 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it and still on his feet. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon State.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Ready to try the point after. And it's up and good. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Ole Miss has the lead right now, but I don't care if it's Archie or Eli back there. We've come to learn that no lead is safe inside Vaught Hemingway. They're up by 6 over North Carolina. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, we'll see it right here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you've got to find somebody that can make a play to create some. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Usually see better timing between this senior quarterback and its receivers. That one well behind him.
Well, the ball hasn't hit the ground very often for this guy in this game, right? He's even still, after that incompletion, over 80% throwing, which is key. Because last game, he was under 50% on his throws. He went back to work, worked on his fundamentals, and that's really showing up here.
To the air, it's Hawkins. Makes his connection. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. The Trojans come to the line with a new set of downs. Got it in the middle. It's Cook. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. This drive's been productive so far. Already picked up a couple of first downs, now out close to midfield. They want to just keep throwing it. Caught over the middle. It's Sims. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. The hurry up now. 2nd down. Clock ticking. He's looking to throw. Feeling some heat. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He makes the grab. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Maybe just a shade out of their field goal range, so they'll leave the offense out there on 4th down. Pulls it and fires to the left. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down. They were ready for the pass. You saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
First down here for the offense. He'll start this drive firing. That one comes out hot down the right side.
Oh, that is a throw that is just going to haunt this quarterback. He had his target wide open, running deep. That should be a touchdown, but the QB overthrew him. That is going to haunt this quarterback tonight.
They're trying to get to him. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and it forced the incompletion.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Going to try to get it himself. And couldn't quite find the crevice he needed to pick up the first down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. There is nothing to gain by kicking it away in this area of the field around midfield, going for it the wise move. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Makes the grab, and it's plenty for the first down. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Unloads to the wideout. That one came in hot, and it's incomplete. Sometimes a quarterback just needs to turn the ball loose. It was like he tried to guide that one in, and it disrupted the timing.
Yeah, and just like in basketball, when you shoot a shot and you start trying to aim it, you really, really miss. You know, quarterbacks, they got to quickly be able to recognize, do I need to fire it? Do I need to put a little air underneath it? And it's just a tough thing for a quarterback to be able to do. But over time, you see they have less and less mishaps like that.
Fast motion from the offense. Deep shot for the end zone. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Man, it's so hard to play defense nowadays. You got a strike zone where you can hit people. You get flagged for targeting. You get flagged for pass interference. That was beautiful. Great job in the end zone, making it a hard window to throw into. And when he caught it,
and the ball slipped out. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Man, it's so hard to keep a rabbit in the cage, that quarterback, right? He's going to scramble around. He's going to make plays. And when he gets outside the pocket, you're just trying to get a hand on him. How about getting a hand on him, forcing the fumble, and recovering it? Great job by the defense continuing to chase that QB.
We'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Shoots it to the left. It's caught downfield. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
It's really tough on offenses when defenses know what you got to do. You got to pass the football. They're in man coverage. How about the receiver understanding where the 1st down is? He smells it. He goes and gets it.
Looking deep. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. And in the waning seconds of the 1st half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one from there in Corvallis. And there is no better place to start this halftime than by reviewing how this wideout has been a one-man wrecking crew. The kid's been everywhere. And I love how he's willing to go across the middle, but that he also has the jets to burn these DBs on the deep ball. If this defense wants to actually come back in this one, they better hide his cleats.
And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. And the Trojans want to move quickly. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. They're setting up the screen. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The Trojans will punt this one away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He's got great speed. A little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. Ball security going to be paramount this time, Jesse.
Yeah, and sense of urgency, too. They're trailing in this game right now. The turnover wasn't great, so David, they really got to be able to put something positive together on this drive.
Put something positive together, be aggressive, but don't be reckless. Can't have any more of those turnovers.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wide receiver now comes in motion. On 2nd down, looking again to throw. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. All down at the 39-yard line, but he's got 15 yards on the play and a fresh set of downs. Just inside the 40-yard line, it's 1st and 10 from the 39. He's looking to throw it. He's got his man. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. The Beavers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver coming across in motion. From the gun, the running back has it. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. They'll run it up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
And you know exactly what time it is when you get down here in the red zone. You got to be able to run the football. But when you got a back like this who punches the ball in the end zone consistently almost every single game, you are going to feed that animal the rock.
Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. He's got it. Touchdown, Beavers! They take the lead with the 6. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Let's see what he can do with the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, to get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. And the defense snatches it, and they reverse the field. Touchdown, Oregon State! And the defense doing work.
And the defense comes with the blitz. Nice job getting to the quarterback. And don't just get there. Try to strip that football out. They get the QB to the ground. The ball's out. They scoop it up, take it all the way back to the house for 6.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Kansas is currently working from behind. But how many times have we said that and then witnessed something special happen? This time of year, you never know. They're trailing by 11 to Iowa State. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. And the Trojans in the hurry-up. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
Well, there we go. We finally see some life in this offense running the football. Nice game to pick up the first down. Got to get more of that going moving forward because they have not run it well.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. On the move. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
The Trojans are flying down the field. After run, now throw. The short hands, it's Wells. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
Really nice pass there. You know the expectations at USC every year are sky high. Not just to win the conference, but to be in the national championship.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side.
That should have been a pick.
And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. Couldn't get anything done on first down. Now 2nd and 10 from the 46. Caught in the backfield, it's Horn. And that play just never got started as he's run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. And the Trojans will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown, everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6.
They don't call it enough emo. Good throw.
At the 35, he's loose. The expressway is wide open. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on.
Well, there's the offense trying to take advantage of this running back speed. I like the call. Hand off to the left, to the outside. Put him in space and let him go to work.
The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. From the gun to give, looking for room. Down to the 30-yard line where he stopped after a gain of 5, and that will be a first down.
Well, this defense is on its heels right now, especially trying to stop the run. They're just not being physical enough. They give up another run right there for a first down. Someone's going to have to step up and make a play.
It's complete to the right. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. And the Beavers come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Movement here from the tight end. To the ground with the back. And they make the tackle, not before he gets the first down. Now let's see if they rush to the line or let the time run out here in the third. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Oregon State has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. They'll run it on 1st and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. The Beavers headed quickly to the line. They're going to run it. Touchdown, Beavers! And they take it in for 6 more points. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
Advance.
Strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead, now you get your defense back.
Ghost Man.
Great job taking
You saw that, huh?
situation and building on that lead.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And now with the extra point,
that
they're up
bumper
by
up, bro.
18 here in the fourth.
31 flavors.
Baskin Robbins, baby.
And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. Out of the end zone.
Stealing.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16.
Naming my nigga Dairy Queen.
Yeah.
Back and sending the offense onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks
Yes,
and
you go back
establishing this
inside.
running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Caught in the backfield. It's
Ooh,
well.
good. I don't know how that nigga got 2
Who
people.
tried to get you? No compo.
Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. Fires
Oh,
to the big
man.
fella.
I got there too.
He'll
late.
have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team
Damn,
out
almost.
of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. And yeah, they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, but this dude can put up...
Stick concept.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did
They
here.
run a lot of motion. Pretty cool.
Dropping back, it's Hawkins.
And no huddle damn.
Wow.
He's got it downfield for
That's
a huge
it.
gain. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. DB's locked up tight on the receivers.
The line's play.
Running the red zone. It's Cook.
Real backside.
Very productive play. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He'll run it again. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
And now a big third down coming up. Down multiple possessions. This is one, Palmer, I'm looking for 6. I'm not trying to kick a field goal. I want to cut into this lead with a touchdown.
No, you got to have it. And also, considering all of that, this is 4 down 2.
Oh, wow.
Into the end zone he goes.
They just went out like 8 plays no huddle.
Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And with the extra point, they now trail 35-20.
Game just janky. Pinball.
Ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space.
As long as they don't give him the game, I don't care how janky it is. Just don't get these niggas the game.
Oregon State takes over,
It
ready
will
to
be
send
that
the
janky.
offense onto the field. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you, Palmer.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the
Here
box.
come the
Because of
changes.
your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
That's a big stop for the defense. That running back has had so much success. You're down in the football game. You need to get the ball back to your offense. You create a play like this. This will get the fires going, get the juices going. Now we got to go get a few more.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. The Beavers will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Now a fair catch is called for and made just shy of midfield. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Looking for a gap. It's Cook. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. The Trojans want to pick up the tempo. On 2nd down, he'll fire. Coming after it. And it's incomplete. It was wild, high and wide on that one.
And how about this young fella who's slinging the pill, man? His completion percentage is through the roof. Dude, he's over 80% right now. Everything he's throwing is working, using the whole field, using multiple receivers. He looks like a different cat from what we've seen all throughout the season.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Makes the catch. It's Wells. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Makes the grab. It's Wells.
Hey, listen, on offense, just take what the defense gives you. The quarterback looks out wide. He sees the DB way off of the receiver. Throw him the easy hitch pass. He'll take that completion.
They keep attacking through the air. Catch in the middle. It's Sims. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one. The Trojans are rolling down the field. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Finds his man down the middle. And it's loose. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery.
Defensive coordinators always preach swatting and batting at the football, trying to punch it out, trying to dislodge the ball from the ball carrier, and boy, they did it right there.
Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot. You got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable in that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. The give as they work on that clock. Pushes his way for a couple and gets it to the 7-yard line.
Yeah, and he's been dependable. I mean, he's been a guy that they've given the ball a lot. He's just been so productive, giving this offense an easy way to move the football down the field. 97 yards on the day.
They'll go to the ground. Tough sledding in there. Picks up a couple, but still needs 2 more on 4th down.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Makes the catch. He's got enough. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not... Fourth down call there. 1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line. Give to the back. Got room at the 35. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. They'll run it out of the shotgun.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
No reason to do anything here except keep it on the ground on 2nd and 5. Wide receiver shows motion. Looking to pass. It's Coffee. Fires to the right. He makes a catch. Knocked down immediately, but they couldn't stop him from getting the big gainer to the 30. Fresh set of downs after the completion. They'll throw it on 1st down. Quickly to the tight end. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. And if they can nudge this one forward just a bit, that might wrap things up here. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. Got his man down the middle. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9.
This is so interesting right now, watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found some.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
That's a play the defense needed, right? It's been a battle all game long. Here we are. It's late. Everybody's tired. They've given up a few yards on this drive, but they come away with a huge sack at a big moment.
The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. It's still 3rd and goal. He's looking downfield to throw. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon State. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
Man, you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And he puts through the extra point. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. The deficit is large, hope is fainting, but they'll try to finish strong.
Made a lot of mistakes in this game, and that's why it looks like they're going to take the L. Lots of things to improve on, lots of things to coach upon, and at this point, I think if you're a head coach, David, you're just trying to see which of your guys aren't quitting late in the game.
Yeah, which is a real thing, by the way. Who's going to compete to the final whistle? What do we talk about all the time? Coaches are always preaching to these guys. Don't worry about the scoreboard.
He's going to throw deep right side. And it's incomplete, going for the massive, explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the second down misfire. Trying to get to him. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. And the Trojans will try to pin them back with the punt. They bring him down. Strong effort by the coverage team, and that's how they'll put a period on this one. A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, you know, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get the W, and that's what they did.
And this is why practice is so important, guys. You can tell that this team was locked in way back earlier in the week. They watched the film. They got good looks in practice. They knew what to anticipate. They knew what looks they were going to see. And when those looks presented themselves, boy, oh boy, did they ever take advantage.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Yeah.